Your boy's making big moves. Would you look at that? 100%. Ladies and gentlemen, these types of videos I look forward to making by far the most on my channel. I think it's fun taking a look at the very talented individuals inside of the community, people who need more praise. While at the same time, some of these things I desperately want inside of Brawl Stars, and this one is no exception. It is insane how good this is. One of the best brawler ideas I've seen in a very, very long time, dude, by the very talented Torleen. But before we get into the insane work, a quick word from the sponsor today. Just recently, Tribe Gaming made one of their best videos yet, which you guys need to check out, where 16 total strangers are trapped inside of a glass box, and the last one to leave gets $5,000. It's a lot of cheddar. To stay in the competition and to get that $5 grand, the contestants had to go through several difficult social and gaming challenges. You got the mind games, the backstabbing, the gaming. What more do you need? It's definitely a very, very fun watch, and it wouldn't be possible without Samsung and the brand new phone that was just released recently, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. There's a lot of awesome things to say about this bad boy. My absolute favorite thing about it is just how slim it is. It's much lighter than older models and feels genuinely really, really nice, but they didn't just slim it out, they also increased the size of the cover display to 6.5 inches. It feels phenomenal. By far my favorite device that Samsung has released ever. So of course, if you guys are on the market for a brand new device, make sure to check out the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. You will not regret it. Make sure to check out the link in the description down below if you're interested here today. But with that being said, once again, thank you to Samsung for sponsoring the video, but let's get back to the video. Here we go. All right, y'all, I've been planning to make this video for a while now, seeing that this is one of the best brawler concepts I've seen in the past couple years. It's at that level where I would say Supercell needs to consider hiring this guy. That good. It's so good. But taking a look at it here, Torleen ended up coming up with a brawler concept. Their name is Hermit, the shy animal tamer of the bizarre circus. With his magical top hat, he tries to control his wild companions, but the chaos always steals the show. Skills below. Look, in my opinion, when it comes to brawler concepts or just concepts in general, it does help a lot to have like amazing artworks and stuff designed around it. But I don't want that to hamper any amazing ideas that you guys have out there. But I do love seeing like the talents in other aspects as well, because this guy is insanely talented just with the ideation, but on top of that, the amazing artwork. We have the dude back here. This is Hermit. He's so cool. The design is amazing and fits amazingly in the bizarre circus, I would say. But his actual skills and what he does is super, super cool. The concept of the brawler itself is amazing. Starting off with the basics here, Hermit is a tank with 9,000 HP, 1,800 damage per attack, and a normal movement speed. His basic attack propels him forward, granting a short movement of invulnerability and dealing area damage upon landing. So not only do we have amazing artwork for a potential loading screen for Hermit when he would be released into the game, but Torleen ends up going one step further and comes up with animations as to what the basic attack would look like, right? So we have a short distance of teleportation, right, coming out of the hat, and then dealing AoE damage when he lands. Kind of like a lobbing effect. It looks so cool, but a cool little twist on lobbing where he teleports to it, which makes a lot of sense, right? He's got good HP, and he can tank a bit with that trait, I guess, being able to get that super 2. Cool. It's amazing. It's a sick, sick design. But where things start to get super cool, aside from just the basic attack and the mechanics around that, we have the super. Hermit Super lets him summon one of 3 animals from his magical top hat, each with a unique ability. The duration is the same for all of them, but can be modified by his star power or hypercharge. Look at this. How sick is this? Taking a look at some of the conceptual artwork or what it might look like for his super. So you get the decision what animal you want to spawn out of the top hat. You got the lion, you got the rabbit, and I'm not sure what the other one is, but he ends up going with the lion with this super, and it has a short duration. But with each super, they have different abilities. Super cool, very in-depth mechanic. Each one has a different ability. Like I said before, the lion attacks with a powerful roar in 2 ranges, dealing 2,380 damage at long range and 3,200 damage up close. When attacking, he performs a dash towards his target, and he has fast movement speed. Really cool. And also, I will say that his basic attack kind of functions in a fun way, being able to teleport close, then using your super, teleporting in, and then being able to utilize like the close range mechanic of the lion. So cool. The third one, aside from the rabbit, is an elephant. I didn't catch that initially, but as you can see here, it does something different. Charges a powerful cone-shaped attack that deals 4,500 damage while charging. His movement speed is slightly reduced and has normal movement speed. So a little bit more risk reward here aside from the lion. It looks like the lion is a bit more speedy, right? Very, very fast, but has some decent damage, but not as much as the elephant. You have a bit of a charge up mechanic here to deal that whopping 4,500 damage. Really cool. But then finally we have the third super, the rabbit. Fires an attack that deals 1,800 damage to enemies and heals 800 health for allies hit. Thanks to his passive, he can naturally move through obstacles, has very fast movement speed. So he can jump over walls, does a little bit less damage than the other two other two supers, but he also has some healing mechanics in there. Plus it looks like his basic attack is more of a lobbing effect. So sick, dude. It's so freaking cool, dude. When I first saw this super, I didn't know if it might have been a little bit too much or too advanced for Brawl Stars, but it's just so well thought out and super, super cool. In my opinion, it would have to be a legendary brawler or an ultra legendary, just with how advanced the mechanics are. But either way, it's such a cool ability. The super is so sick. Normally, the star powers and gadgets are the things that get me the most excited, but I gotta say that super is just so sick. But moving along into the star powers and gadgets, the other abilities, getting into star power number 1, Viola. Hermit's basic attack travels a bit farther, allowing him to hit enemies from a longer distance and teleporting a bit further, right? Not too bad. Star power number 2, Extra Session. The super duration is increased for any of the animals you choose. Amazing, dude. Any of the abilities, I would say it would be really, really cool if like most of the abilities had something to do with the super. Having an extra duration to these things, like just switching to like the rabbit to escape with your super, right? Being able to get that like ultra fast movement speed. Really, really cool being able to jump over walls. The lion being able to get some good damage, but also some decent speed. The elephant, you can spawn in on like a high safe, dealing more damage. I don't know. It's just really, really cool. Moving along to the gadgets. Here we have gadget number 1, End of Show. Hermit performs a dash forward. The dash doesn't deal damage, but can break walls. So dash mechanic, on top of his already decent mobility with his basic attack, being able to teleport, just having that much more is really, really good. Then we have gadget number 2, The Show Isn't Over. Hermit's next attack applies slow in the area around him. So teleportation and then slows around him. Not too bad. I like it. I like it a lot. But then we have the hypercharge moving along to grand finale. Hermit can switch between all animals while the hypercharge is activated. That is so freaking cool. Oh my gosh, this is one of the best brawler concepts I've seen in forever, dude. Obviously, the hypercharge doesn't last a really long time, but I guess the duration could last long enough to be able to do like a few things, like pop out the rabbit for increased movement speed to catch up to an enemy, then switch to the lion maybe to get some DPS in there, and then elephant out to like get one final basic attack in there. I don't know. It just seems really in-depth and really, really cool. So dope. It's so cool. But then we move along to additional artworks as to what the character would look like. The brawler will be a chromatic rarity, which we don't have in the game right now. But I'm guessing they mean or possibly could mean like an ultra legendary rarity. In my opinion, I would say they would have to be a pretty advanced rarity, right? Higher echelon. I don't know if they would fit into like the epic or mythic class, so it's just too advanced. But either way, super, super cool. Love the artwork, love the personality. Definitely, in my opinion, fitting into that bizarre circus theme, seeing that he's like spawns in animals, has that like magician-esque to him. Super cool. And then we have some additional artworks as to what they would look like in game. I'm such a fan of this character. The mechanics, the actual artwork, the concepts, what they would look like in game, the personality of the character. It's so cool, dude. I keep saying it's so cool, but this is like one of the better Brawler concepts I've seen in a long time. And a lot of the time when we make these like update idea videos, we typically throw in a lot of good ideas all in one. But ever so often I come across like something that is really inspiring and like really well thought out that, in my opinion, it definitely deserves its own video, right? I want to give huge mad props to Torleen. One of the best things I've seen in a long time by the very talented Brawl Stars community, right? Brawl Stars, hire this guy. Brawl Stars, please add Hermit to the game. I would eat this character up. Such a cool concept. But yeah, man, wanted to dive into this one, had to give grace to this idea in its own video. Let me know what you guys think about it. We need this in game ASAP. But thank you guys for watching. Send all your love to Torleen. I'll leave links in the description down below. But yeah, we'll be talking super soon, everyone. Adios. Take care.